this to be over. Hi.
Welcome to the Bachelor Buds.
Welcome back. I'm Lily.
And I'm Jake.
And this is another week of the Bachelor Buds.
Yay!
It's hometowns week.
So we met, well, first and foremost, some dads.
Last week we were like, hometowns are gonna be great. Like, we can really dig into like the individual relationships and like not worry about this like petty, unimportant stuff.
Right, put Colton under the microscope a little bit.
And once Colton's under the microscope, it's just a celebration of like the grossest like patriarchal traditions, and it makes me want to crawl out of my skin.
Fredericksburg, Virginia.
They like go past her pediatrician. You know, when you like bring someone that you're dating to your hometown for the first time, and you're like, we gotta make all the stops. First and foremost, my pediatrician. Then they like go and get ice cream. She like shoves it into his nose.
There's a whole horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah. So then they like go and have a little like pre-date talk. Colton's like, who am I gonna meet? And she's like, am I gonna meet your dad? He's really excited to meet the dads. He is a person who could never marry someone without the permission of their father. This is his words exactly, because he said them a lot.
And then again, and then again.
And then again. That's just like something about who he is. And the way he said it was like we were supposed to be so like, wow, he's so sensitive.
He's got this like false sense of confidence after his like coming out as a virgin, and now he's coming out as just a little old-fashioned.
So they sit down and he's like, who am I gonna meet? Like, am I gonna meet your dad? And Kaylin's like, well, my dad's never been in my life. My biological dad has never been in my life. My stepdad is my dad. This was weird to me because I felt like they definitely should have discussed this before. That just felt like a conversation they should have had like a long time ago.
Any point before this. But Colton seemed like very like, okay. Ultimately, he didn't seem ready. It may have been like the fact that it was the first family.
I don't know.
Maybe. But
it was just odd. So they get there and Kaylin's dad is stressing out. I've never seen a man more stressed. He was like, there were a couple scenes like this at the different houses where dads were just like nervously watching Colton.
Yeah. Just like kind of leering
in the
from
corner.
Like the corner. Yeah.
Everyone else is like, it's a barbecue.
Hi, welcome. Dad's like.
But it was just like very funny. They look kind of like protective gargoyles. He's really stressed about Colton. He was very sweet. He was talking to the other family members and he was like, being her dad and like being in her life has taught me so much about like myself, and she's really important to me. And then like later in the episode, she sits down with her dad and like tells him like, you're my dad, and it was like they had never said that to each other before because he started like crying. He was like
shook.
Yeah,
from the amount of like validation.
Yeah, it was really sweet, but I was also like, did it take like a camera crew to get you to say this?
To open up to your like family.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kaylin like seemed very like poised and like rehearsed.
She did.
As always.
She did.
And he seemed like very caught off guard.
Yeah.
So I think that added to that whole feeling of mystery.
It makes me the more uncomfortable the more I think about it.
Oh, Kaylin.
Oh, okay.
So she talked to other family members, like her mom and her sister.
They're not important to Colton, though. If you have ovaries, just, like, keep on walking.
Right.
Because he's just, like, waiting for that moment where he can take the dad in the backyard and be like, can I have your permission?
There were, like, very few moments of him with, like, any other family member besides the dad.
Yeah.
In the entire episode.
And it even looked like the same backyard set.
I'm telling you, I think they just like trucked it in. You think all these families have like these nice furniture sets in their backyard?
You're so
I don't.
Right.
Got like a plastic chair out there. Like
it's like shared between the other tenants.
Communal plastic chair. All the moms are just like, this seems like it's so fast. I'm worried. Everyone's just worried.
And the daughters are like, well, you should trust me, Mom. Also, there's like a camera here. Don't embarrass me.
Please.
Don't you love me and want me to be happy?
Yeah.
it just seriously felt like the same one over and over again.
It really did.
This was a very, like, wearing episode.
It was so repetitive.
Colton gets permission. He says, like, I would give my blessing if, like, that's what you both decided that you wanted, and if Caitlin was, like, happy, and it keeps going well. I liked that he said I would give my blessing, because I feel like that's, like, a normal way to ask it in the year 2018, 2019.
Like an invitation to be on board with, like, their relationship.
Right. Not, like, permission. Like, because, like, that just takes away all the agency of the woman.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't matter what she thinks. It matters, and, like, what she wants to do.
Right.
It matters what her dad, like...
has masterminded.
What if any of these women had been raised by single mothers?
Right.
Is Colton gonna go, like, Ancestry.com, like, on their ass? Like, track him down?
Go through the records. Break in.
It's just gross.
Just
they, like, watch, like, this home video of Caitlin, like, that's projected on, like, the wall. And in my mind, that's just there all the time.
It was, like, projected, like, over their, like, stair landing.
Their Miss USA Beauty Queen runner-up is like, just, like, perpetually, like, projected on the wall.
Anytime you, like, go up or down the stairs, there she is.
They both say they're falling in love with each other. They, like, kiss, and he leaves and goes on to Hannah. So, we go down to Alabama to meet with Hannah.
There she is. She's gonna show us what the South is all about.
I'm sure she's a very nice person, but when she was like, we do things a little differently here in the South, I'm gonna show you what it's all about. I just had, like, an image of her pulling out, like, a KKK hood.
Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
She does take him to an etiquette lesson, which is, like,
not that far off.
2 to 3 steps away.
Kevin Bacon is all the way over there, like, you're just, like, a couple degrees.
She takes him to an etiquette lesson, and he does not seem super into it. I don't know how she got a rose after this. I would have walked out. I would be so annoyed.
I literally wrote, this is tanking. He seems, like, so frustrated.
This, like, mean, condescending etiquette teacher lady is, like, laughing at him. They, like, sit down, and she's like, okay, Colton, what's the first thing we do? And he's like, say grace, which is a perfectly respectable guess.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, you simpleton, put your napkin in your lap.
You probably live by one of the lakes, don't you?
Oh my god. She was infuriating. And then she goes into a shockingly, like, sexist analogy.
Yeah.
I don't know what this has to do with etiquette, but she's like, you know, we talk about the umbrella. So Hannah's whole life, her parents have been carrying this umbrella over her, protecting her.
Right.
And a marriage is when you get permission from them to take that umbrella for yourself. And that's them trusting you that you can carry that umbrella and protect her. This is this metaphor that apparently comes from this pastor who's, like, big in the church that Duggar family, like, goes to.
Which Duggar family?
The Duggars with, like, all the 17 kids where all their names start with J.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this metaphor, that's, like, one part of the metaphor. So it's that, but then once the umbrella is passed to the husband, he's holding, like, a big umbrella that's over the whole family. Uh-huh. And he's, like, the protector of the unit, and then the wife, a part of that is also she gets a smaller umbrella to carry over the children. So she's, like, her role is, like, protecting the children, and then his role is to protect her and, like, the whole unit. Really gendered, like, structure of marriage, and, like, definitely, like, not an equal partnership. It's very much, like, the head of household is the man. Yeah. It's really gross and creepy. Yeah, I did not care for it.
No.
At all.
Really? I think Hannah's, like, hometown was my least favorite.
So they go to her house. Mm-hmm. Her mom's, like, pretty stressed at the beginning. Yeah. She's like, I don't know what this is. I don't know who this dude is. She wants to get, like, married.
And then there's Tom.
And then Tom is Hannah's dad.
He was creeping me out.
Yeah, he was definitely off-putting, but he was quiet. We see, like, in the post-credit scene that she raps before dinner, which I don't remember that part of etiquette class.
That was not an etiquette class.
Like, when I was a kid, I had this CD of, like, multiplication, rap, and hip-hop.
Yeah.
And it just felt like Hannah was, like, couldn't get hired to write that CD.
It was just bad.
It was just bad, and it was supposed to be, like, charming, because blonde, white, skinny women aren't supposed to rap.
Someone give me a beat. Someone give me a beat. Someone give me a beat.
Her mom pulls her aside and, like, talks to her. Are you really in love? She's like, yes, the guy can really see us together, blah, 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 blah. And her mom cries, and she's like, this is all I ever wanted for you.
I'm so proud.
Which made me so sad. I can't imagine giving birth to a child and then, like, the day they're born, just envisioning, like, I can't wait. All I ever want is for them to, like, get married on, like, television. I don't know. I assume Colton got permission?
Yeah.
From the dad?
Yeah, he did. He did all the way around.
No, he didn't get it from Cassie's dad, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no, he didn't. You're right.
Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We go to Tayshia. Mm-hmm. They jump out of a plane together. I don't think Tayshia's that scared of heights, but Colton definitely is.
He was very scared.
This was still better than etiquette class, though.
Way better than etiquette. Like they got to make out at the end.
Yeah, like, you know that adrenaline rush is incredible.
I think that was a really good move on Tayshia's part.
Tayshia's a smart cookie.
She's very good at this game.
They, like, hang out in the airplane hangar and, like, talk about her family.
Oh, there's that gorgeous sunset.
Then they go to her house. Her brothers are really cute. She has these two, like, younger brothers who are super sweet. It was, like, awkward. Someone was like, do you want Tayshia to get married? And they were like, I guess if she makes her happy. It was just, like, a funny question to ask, like, an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Who would probably rather be playing, like, Minecraft or something.
Yes, Minecraft. So Colton and Tayshia show up. Colton's
Tayshia's
getting, like, the drills, like, on everybody's names.
Yeah.
And, like, what their relationship is.
Yeah.
Backstory. They've clearly, like, had these conversations, and she's, like, checking.
Tayshia's parents are both really cute, which is no surprise, because Tayshia's really cute.
Oh my god, and she looked so much like both of them.
Yeah, she looked exactly like both of them.
Out.
They seem to have, like, a sweet relationship with each other. The most I saw interaction between the parents.
Right. And just, like the whole family.
Yeah, like, the whole family seemed really close, which is a good sign.
Right.
Tayshia's dad was definitely, like, the toughest nut to crack.
Well, that did crack.
Well, that's true. But, like, he came out, like, strong. I'm gonna have some hard questions for Colton. And he did. He was very, like, tough. Tayshia's dad and Colton have, like, long talks together. They're, like, not afraid. And then Colton keeps saying, like, I can do anything now that I've jumped out of a plane. You're not scary. Tayshia's dad's like, well, I'm gonna keep trying to scare you.
So they're all very concerned. They all want to talk about Tayshia's last relationship where she was divorced. Mm-hmm. They're all very concerned. This is just going to be a repeat of, like, the emotional turmoil that she went through that last time. So I think that's kind of like the bar that Colton has right now.
But eventually her dad...
He does the Colton where he's like, I appreciate
you saying
that.
The Colton.
But...
Karma's a bitch.
No.
Basically, no. I could get there, potentially. I'm just not there yet.
Yeah. And then Tayshia talks to him. And she was like, but Daddy, I love him. Well...
Don't want you to go to the Sea Witch and trade your fins
for
legs.
So I guess I better be on board.
So then he does give permission, right?
Yes, he does. And I loved his line where he was like, you don't microwave relationships.
We move on to Cassie and her family.
We start off fun. I think this might have been my favorite part of the episode, the surfing.
They're surfing?
Yeah.
Just because Colton was falling
he
so
sucks
much.
at it.
Surfing looks hard.
But still, it was refreshing to, like...
See him fail?
See him fail.
I feel like we've been watching him fail this whole time.
You know... And every week it's the highlight. When we're literally saving champagne for when he freaks out and jumps over a fence and runs away. Like,
you're right.
We're very much rooting against him. We're rooting for all these women.
Our true colors have been shown.
We've been exposed. So he's surfing. He's bad at it.
He's not surfing. He's falling.
Repetitively. Ah! Ah! There's like a board popping up.
It was very metaphorical.
Cassie's like on the board, like, come on, you just got. She had that cute bikini. Well, when you're a surfer model for a while,
that's true.
You probably have a lot of really cute swimsuits.
Has those thick straps.
Then we go and meet Cassie's family.
We meet Cassie's family. Her dad is not having any little bit of this.
Then there was the sister.
Oh yeah, the sister like cried and she was like, I think you're literally perfect. Oh, apparently her sister is dating some like Disney Channel star.
What?
Yeah. These sisters are very like connected to cameras.
Oh look, a camera.
Oh look, a camera. Yeah, so that also makes people skeptical because
True.
Cassie's on 2 reality shows that are airing simultaneously, and her little sister is like dating some Disney Channel star. The pieces are fitting together.
That one's a corner. That one's a corner. That one's an edge.
That one's a celebrity chaser. They talk.
I think this was one of the only ones where Colton talked to the mom, though. That he was falling for Cassie, and that he can't really put it into words.
Also, this whole time he's at Cassie's house, he's all over her.
Yeah.
They're basically like in each other's laps, like holding hands, like stroking each other's like thighs. It just seemed like a lot.
It was very over the top.
To be like the first time you meet someone's family.
Yeah, I feel like for every like family I've ever met, there's been like definitely room for Jesus.
Oh yeah, there's been like 4 feet at all times. The first time you meet someone's family, like my hands are always where you can see them. We're sitting on opposite sides of the table. It was just
opposite of that.
A very opposite of that, which I think ticked her dad off even more.
Yeah.
And like I don't blame him. Like it was weird to me, and I wasn't in the room. It would definitely rub me the wrong way if like someone in my family like brought home a partner to meet for the first time
after 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Of not talking to them.
And they're like, oh, yeah, we just have this great connection.
Anyway, can I have her?
Can I take her home?
I swear I'll feed her and I'll walk her and I'll
pick up her shit.
Give her a bath every now and then.
No, a shower.
He did. He started off this episode in the shower. It was the first thing. The first note I have, he's in the shower again! I think next week I'm gonna come in with a timer and just see how long it takes for them to show him in the shower. Tune in next week.
What if he's jumping over that fence into an outdoor shower?
Colton, come back!
There was a shower over there. He's like, I have to be free.
I have no responsibilities when I'm in the shower!
So Cassie and her dad have a long, argument.
Yeah, it was very much an argument.
She's like, Dad, I'm a big girl. Trust me. And he's like, you're being ridiculous. I don't know this person. And he's like, are you ready to get married? She's like, I don't know. And he's like, well, why should I like him? She's like, because I do. It was just very, cyclical and ended with her just being like, but Dad. And him being like, okay.
That's very much what it was.
I don't want to make my daughter look worse on television.
Yeah.
And I already have. At one point she says, this will all be different when I win, but then stops herself and says, when this is over. I'm just saying, there are pieces, and they're fitting together. Cassie's dad doesn't give Colton permission. He's very put out. And then Cassie doesn't say that she's falling in love with him, and he is, heartbroken. He's like, I really wanted her to say it. I didn't get permission from her dad. It just, didn't go the way he wanted it.
It was a very awkward goodbye. I think they, kind of, hugged.
Yeah.
To the side, and then, he got in.
So then we go to a rose ceremony.
Well, it starts with Hannah G, and then Tayshia gets a rose. And then
Kaylin, looks at Cassie, and she goes, shit. Because I think they thought they were going to be final two.
Yeah.
And Kaylin does not get a rose. Cassie gets a rose.
Which, like, surprised me.
It was really sad. It was... Kaylin was blindsided. And, like, they were walking in, like, all of them to the rose ceremony, and I was like, it doesn't matter who's going home, someone is getting blindsided right now. Kaylin doesn't get a rose. She turns to Cassie, and she's like, I love you, friend. Get engaged.
Oh.
Which is, like, a weird thing
to say to someone.
It was just very odd. I'm more and more skeptical of Cassie with each passing day.
I still don't think she's straight.
Cassie?
Yeah, I just don't.
What?
I just don't.
Why?
Just like, it started like with Nicole, like in the beginning, and just like how close she always like just physically was with Nicole. And then like how close her and Kaylin got.
Interesting.
Conspiracy theory I have. Speculating about someone's sexuality. You know.
Alright, hot takes. You heard it here first. That would get her own reality show. So, Kaylin leaves and it's very sad. She's just like crying, saying she feels like an idiot.
I thought it was funny how she's very much putting all the blame on herself.
Yeah.
She's saying.
He totally, like, it was fucked up. Like, he said he was falling in love with her.
Yeah.
They had a nice, like, hometown date. Like, he gave her, like, every sign that they were, like, good. I think she still has a case for Bachelorette.
I could see it.
I could see it happening. She's very much, like, the type.
Yeah. Oh, they'd break her down.
I know, but, like, I miss when Bachelorettes were allowed to be, like, funny. Like, Caitlyn was a really funny Bachelorette.
I didn't see Caitlyn.
Oh, I loved her. Broke rules and, like...
Took names.
Took names.
Gave roses.
Caitlyn leaves. I think the finale is next week.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Because they haven't announced when the finale is airing. We were going to throw a party, but, like, now that's not going to happen because you can't plan for a party, like, when you don't know when it's going to be. Yeah, so it's a 2-night event, Monday and Tuesday. Like, so it's Fantasy Suites, and then the fence jump, and then it's supposed to be Women Tell All on Tuesday,
yeah.
But in the promo, they didn't show really any footage from Women Tell All.
Mm-hmm.
It was just footage from the season.
Yeah.
And that makes me think that, like, something's going on. Maybe it'll be, like, a live thing where they, like, announce, like, this is it, and then...
They bring out Kaylin as the Bachelorette, and...
Right. I don't know. It's just, I have a real feeling that next week is going to be over. Which I'm, like, fine with. I'm over this fool after this week and his...
Give me a Bachelorette. Do you think T is going to show up next week?
All shall be revealed or not.
Next week. On the Bachelor Buds.
See you then.
What are the teens in now?
I don't know.
Jewel Pods.
No, Tasia's little brother would never.
Would never.
He would never Jewel.
Would never Jewel.
Maybe he would play Bejeweled
Oh, well.
on his iPod Touch.
Oh. Probably doesn't have an iPod Touch. He probably has an iPhone.
Probably, but I like to imagine an age of innocence.
It doesn't exist anymore.